did the first meeting was I was saying like as teachers we don't have to be experts in coding and programming so that you teach it. Again, the essence of computer science is problem solving. So if you master problem solving skills and you become able to teach it, so you are now teaching computer science. And that what like I did before the lockdown of the schools. First term I was teaching the students in my high school how computer science, and I started with like steps of solving a problem, and we can talk about this maybe later, but let's start. So how can I start? Hashim was saying there are like many programming languages, coding languages. Which one I choose? No, you don't have to like set or put obstacles in front of you and then you say, "Oh, I want to teach you." So uh, here from like what I did, I can give you some things I started with, and they are pretty easy steps. So here first, so what I suggest, again, these are my suggestions, and I prioritized them according to what I think is better. So they are not in order. You can bring them up and down. It depends on you. So the first thing we should start with is like Minecraft hour of code. And this is very easy and very helpful for us. So it's like a game. You learn the basics of computer science in this game. The very simple basics like 4 or 5, like sequence, loop, conditioning, and so on. So let's see. Uh, it's a game. If you know, Minecraft is Xbox game, but this is a version until it loads. If anyone would like to say anything. So again, you start with like this Minecraft. It's a game you learn the basics of code. Can you load faster, please? Anyway,
Atif, I would like to thank you so much for such a conversation. I really enjoyed it a lot. But unfortunately, I have to leave. I have something to do. I have some work to submit
okay, Karim.
for my school. But please, if there is a wrap up or so, I will be. I'll appreciate it if you send it to me. Okay.
Okay, I'll upload the presentation and the recording, inshallah.
Yes.
So we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much. I'll appreciate this. Inshallah. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to see you, to meet you. Assalamu alaikum.
So let's skip watching the Minecraft. I just wanted to show you it's like a game. You will have fun and you will learn the basic of coding. So this is, I suggest the start, and it will not take more than 1 hour from you. So once you learn the basics of coding, you have to learn how to facilitate it, how to teach it. And this is the Microsoft course page. It's called Minecraft Hour of Code Facilitator Training and Teacher Training. It tells you how to teach Hour of Code. Also, the course is only 1 hour. It teach you how to lead an hour of code, what are the documents you need, how to start, how to, and the videos associated with the event, flyers to print, and like someone was saying, convince parents. There are videos to talk to parents and send to parents and so on. And this is the CEO of Microsoft is saying computer science empowers the students to create the world of tomorrow. So the link is in the presentation. You have to watch the videos or read the things inside the link. This is a course, a training course for teachers, how to teach or facilitate Minecraft. And then also another game called Blockly. This game is by Google. This game is by Google. Hopefully this will load faster. Blockly, it's like a coding game, a coding game that uses blocks in the school. Most important for computer science, this course called CS50 Introduction to Computer Science. And Hashim was asking, how can I start with computer languages? If you want to, programming languages, sorry. If you want to start learning programming, you should start with this course. It's called CS50, and it's by Harvard. You will can absolutely knowledge about computer science. And but you have to, of course, it's an issue. You have to have the and if one has like anything about Scratch is programming language which uses blocks, and it's they use you don't write anything. You don't write syntax, and you just and you have so very basic things. Start with in 2018, just one I started learning, I started to teach. I started learning Scratch. And then that's how I start to be good at it. Once you will love the love coding, of course, that in Saudi Arabia, you can learn and teach virtual robotics. And I recently had from a website online teaches you robots virtually, online. You can control a robot online. To do is like team engineering and math, and team we add art, and also they have to do with teaching students how to think analytically, how to become like better problem solvers and so on, and the use, of course, of technology. So that's what I suggest as a start. Turn the mics on so that I have questions and maybe comments or anything you want to say. Each one of these resources we can like maybe have one Zoom meeting about them, and we can explain them if you want. We'll see, and if we can have like other meetings talking about how can I start with Minecraft and then Blockly and so on. So
okay, go ahead, Buck.
Okay.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Hashim, start. No problem. Ahmed.
Mr. Ahmed. Okay. Okay, Mr. Ahmed, can go ahead.
Hashim,
No,
start.
no, no. You first.
No
You
problem.
first.
Start.
Okay, thanks. Okay, thanks. Okay, I'd like to ask, after mastering each language of those or each step of those, will I be able to do something by my own, or those all about just learning a start or some basics of the coding? After
Mhm.
I master, for example, I know only the basics, or what I'm will be able to do something alone. I can code something alone.
These are only the basics, Hashim. But if you
All of
learn
them
Scratch,
are the basic.
if you learn
Yes.
Scratch, like number 5, programming
Yeah.
in Scratch, you can start programming your a simple game, and you can teach kids how
Okay.
to make games, simple games. So
Okay. That's nice. Thanks.
you're welcome. Ahmed, you have a
So
question?
I,
Oh,
okay.
The same question. I was asking about the outcomes of learning programming, and I think you have answered it when Hashim asked his question.
again, these just the start, Ahmed. There are lots of resources you have to see, and again, once you are in, you can't go out. You will find yourself looking for more and more. And the more you learn, the more you will know that you need to learn more and more about. So I finished the Scratch, and then I started in Python. And then along, again, these are not like steps 1, 2, 3. You can go uh, in two things together, like Scratch and, for example, CS first, because they are the same. Yani, because CS first is based on Scratch and so on. Any other question? You can raise your hand so that we organize. Guys, any other question?
Assalamu alaikum, Atif.
Okay, go on, Rami.
Hello, everyone. I just want to ask a question. Can computer science improve our skills, and how to use it to improve our skills as a teachers? Okay, and how it's can make a good connection with other students, not in our society or in our town just only, but in other countries. If you have links belong to this, can you send it please, or mention it?
Yes. So if I,
So I just want to know how it can improve our skills as a teachers. Can it improve our speaking and listening? And if there are any links or websites that belong to this topic?
okay. So good question, Rami. Blue Ocean.
Thank you.
Blue Ocean. So, Rami, first, uh, um, teaching computer science, you are learning a new skill that is so, believe me, it's so needed. It's
Yes.
highly demanded. It's highly demanded nowadays.
Yes.
So when you take courses like Rami is studying Celta S right now. So your purpose was like you want to learn something new or have a certificate so that you have a better CV, so that you have more job opportunities, right? Or you develop your skills. Okay. So when you
Yes.
learn computer
Yes.
science and you learn how to teach it, you are improving your qualifications. You are increasing them. You will have, really, believe me, a better resume. Employers, a lot of employers, I'm not talking in Egypt, a lot of employers are looking for someone. I can mute on. A lot of employers looking for those who can teach computer science. Again, because this is the digital age. if you know about STEM and STEAM, STEM and STEAM, these are schools abroad, and in Luxor, and I think in Cairo, they have STEM schools. STEM schools is based on the use of technology, is based on programming and other things, of course. Uh, I can talk about it maybe later. So you are improving your CV. You are learning how to think better. You are improving your math skills. You are widening your knowledge and again, your view to the world. Believe me. Okay,
I just
Ashraf.
want
Okay, Ram,
links
complete.
about this. I
There
just
are,
ask
of course, you can connect the other half of the question. How can I connect with others who like
yes, how can I
computer
connect
science?
with others, not on my country only, with other students all over the world, you know?
They are everywhere, Rami. You social networking. They are everywhere. They are everywhere. They are on Facebook. They are on Twitter. They are everywhere. In LinkedIn,
Yes,
teachers
the
and
question is
students.
out of, sorry to interrupt you. The question is, how can computer study make a good connection with other people all over the world, or especially with students? Can computer study do this, and how? This is a question. So belong to the connection about the other people abroad or all over. It's easy to connect with them. But the question is, I repeat, how can computer study make this connection with others? Okay.
Others in Egypt. You mean your students? How can you?
No, not in Egypt, all over the world. Not just in Egypt. Okay, let's talk about in Egypt. How can I connect with other students, not on my class only or on my school only, with other schools?
This is your role. For example, you mastered everything, for example, and you
Yes.
want people to teach. For example, in school, maybe it won't be permissible, or your timetable will not permit that you teach this. You can start like in a charity organization, non-profitable organization, and you convince them that you start like coding club for free, for example, and teach them computer science. Sports club, like in Aswan club, they have like STEM activity. Before the lockdown of the schools, they had STEM activities run, and people paid money to learn how to. This is how to program using something called. Let me, if
I
you
want
know,
to say something.
yes,
When you talk about something that belongs to the technology, or
yes,
when we talk about something like computer study, we first talk about the culture of our society. We need to make marketing for
yes.
this topic,
Okay,
for this thing, all over Aswan, especially in Aswan, for example, take Aswan, other country, for example. We will want to make marketing for this
yes.
topic, for this thing, to teach people, especially parents or all the people, how it's very important to learn this. This is the first thing that
Yes.
we must search for. Okay, so after this, the connection with each other using the computer study, it will be easy.
You're right.
You
I
believe
agree
in
with
this?
you. So, because it's something new to our culture, or let's say in Egypt, not many people will join at the beginning. So, you have to be patient, and you have to like do marketing, like you said, to convince people this is good for your kids. This is enhances their thinking skills. They don't have to be really good at technology and so on. 10 minutes for the meeting. You have to
Okay,
convince
can I
them.
say something?
Okay.
Can I say something
Mariam,
about the marketing part?
before you start,
When it's It's my
Okay, go
call
on.
when you say marketing. Okay, marketing. We have in marketing. There are two strategies in the market. There is a push one and the pull one. The push, you have to put your product and you say, I have this, and like, do you remember Play with Gypsy? They said it was the push one.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was the pull one. I'm creating the need. I'm creating something, and I'm saying it's good. It's so and so and so, and I make the market hungry. I make people hungry. I want them to see this. The thing that I'm marketing to, my product. I give them the product.
Okay.
But sometimes you have to give them in technology. You don't need to market and speak a lot. Just stay silent, do your own work, and then show them your work. Show the teachers or your students. When I did this, when I learned this computer science thing, you'll be able to do what I'm doing
Great.
here. Show them. Don't tell them that you will be able to. No, because I did this, I'm able to do this. If you want to be able to, do this.
You're right. I agree.
If you want
with
to
you.
be able, do it. But and then you stay saying when you do this, you will be like this. They can see the example.
I totally
They
agree
can
with
see
you.
هم مش شايفين. Okay, this is Bill Gates. He did this and this and this and this. Okay, it's Bill Gates. He's in America and it's the Silicon Valley.
Yes.
He's in San Francisco. Oh, I don't know where is the Silicon Valley. I think it's San Francisco. They're talking about something that's really far. When we talk about Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, and these people, they're really far. But when we're talking in Egypt and speaking about our community, this is Atif. Atif is super with technology. Don't talk to them. Don't bother yourself with talking.
Yes.
Just
You're right.
do it. If you want to market to what you're doing, do it. And I'm able because I did what I had to do. انما يعني teach مثلا your students لو parents, if he sometimes sometimes parents say you're teaching my kids in a wrong way. Okay, it's the wrong way. I will teach them on my own way, and you will see the outcome. You have to judge. You're the judge. You have to see the outcome. Make them see the outcome, not the process. If they can see the outcome, they will come for the process.
You're right, and that's what happens again. We are not talking about a desert, a completely desert community where no computers or technology are used. There is
Mhm.
there
Yeah,
is more than one
yes.
STEM school. There are lots of kids in Egypt who learn coding and programming and robotics and so on. But we're talking about it's not that common or it's not that popular yet. So, like day by day or year by year, people are wanting or needing to learn this or teach them to their kids because they know now this is the future. It's a better future prospects, better graduate opportunities, and so on. I agree with you, Mariam. You are the expert. Bakr, you have a question? Go
No, no.
on.
Yes. Expert.
Question.
What's the question? I can't see.
Is raising his hand. Bakr, can you?
Okay, I'm using the phone. I'm really bad.
Yes.
You're talking about really bad.
Mr. Rapper play about he said marketing. You don't need them to learn how to do it, okay?
Yes.
They will. Yes. Now I replayed about Mr. Rami. It's just a replay.
Yes. You want to comment? Yes. Go on.
Yes. Yes. Mr. Rami said that coding is marketing.
Didn't say that.
No.
He was saying
Didn't
that.
say that, Bakr.
Wait.
Oh, it's not a big deal. Come on.
Okay, it's easy.
Okay, this is
I think if you want to do this, you need marketing.
Yes, yes. He meant
Yes,
so.
You
Yes.
need the
exactly.
marketing
Yes,
part.
I agree with you. For me, when I learned the Minecraft, I don't start teaching in my point of view, Mr. Atif.
Yeah.
When I learned the Minecraft, I learned some basics. I want to teach it to my students because they will ask me about the outcome as we did. Okay, you have learned the basics, what you are doing,
Yes.
what will that help us. But when I have my own something, or I can create something by myself. For example, when I learn scratching and I can program a game, I can send them the game as the miss said. I can send them the game. After learning the basics, you will be able to do something like that. When
Yes.
they saw the product, they will be interested, and then this will encourage them to start learn about the coding. And will they encouraged to do that? But when they learn some basics, okay, we have learned the basics. Or you are going to teach us the basics. What will help us? So for me, if I wanted to start with the coding, when I reach that level that I will be able to do something by my own, I can speak confidently about that subject. So you will learn that to be able to do that. They will see a model in front of them. That's for
Okay.
me.
Hashim, again,
And I think that's the way of yes.
when we start teaching coding, we never tell students that by the end of this very short time, you will be able to do something. They can create something. For example, they can create a dialogue. Listen, I tell them, for example, there is a difference between like Japanese and, for example, Egyptians. Egyptians, they have money to buy cars. Some Egyptians, like they buy Toyota, Suzuki, or whatever. Japanese do what? They make the car. Okay, so they make the car. So
Yeah.
instead of, for example, watching a video about an English language dialogue, for example, a student and their teacher, they can make their own dialogue using coding. They can make, and this is also creating something. They don't have to create something big. If you put something like obstacle in front of them, they will never learn anything. You, in order to teach English, you have to learn the basics of teaching English. In order to learn English or speak English well, you have to learn the basics of grammar, and you have to have the like simple vocabulary and so on. The same goes for coding.
Okay,
They
but
learn
when I
the,
teach
the
English,
basics.
I must have an efficient. Yes, I have the lowest skill that qualifies me to teach, because the students, if he noticed that I don't master English, he wouldn't accept the information from me. As we accept this information from you as Mr. Atta, because we know that you master these things or these topics and you know all of them. That's why we accept the ideas, and we know that you are talking about something you have already practiced and you know about it. But when
No,
as you
Hashim,
said
sorry,
at the first of the
the
session,
meeting ends in 1 minute. So if it ends, we'll do it again, okay? So that
okay,
we
inshallah.
have the question. So don't worry if it closes down. Go on, go on.
Never mind. Okay. So I'm talking about, you said at the first of the sessions that when I learn something, I start to teach the students about it. When I mastermind the craft, I can teach the students some basics about the coding. I think in my own point of view, I can't teach them level by level. I need to master something by my own. When I teach them, they know that I have achieved something. Okay, I will be confident when I teach it, and they will accept the knowledge because they know that I already know about it.